Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's about time. We finally here. We got to 2,000 subscribers, so it's been a fun journey so far. We obviously we're not in the 5 digits. We're still at 2,000, which is a very humbling number, but it is a very fun number to look at now. And so thank you very much to everyone that has hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, I have the list of questions on every platform that you guys ask questions. So thank you very much for that. We have them on the screen. Oh, I'm going to show you at the end of the video, but we finally have our computer set up. And if you've been following me on Twitter, you know that it's been an ordeal trying to get away from using my low laptop for editing and back to a desktop. So we are finally set up. Baby is a truck and I love it. Starting off with a banger apparently from Dong Feast 420. Definitely a name. Ask Drop Step, who is the worst player you'd give a max? Off the top of my head, I don't even know how to answer this question for real, but off the top of my head, I do know how to answer this. Who's the worst player that I would subjectively give one to because of various reasons? The answer I'm gonna go with, right now it's Herb Jones. Not to say he's a terrible basketball player, but obviously when you're thinking about max players, his archetype isn't really the front runners for a $30 million, $35 million contract. So I guess right now it would be him. I would want to lock Herb Jones up for a very long time if I was a hypothetical GM. I might lose my job if I'm giving him the max, but you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Stefan Brazil asked, I know there is some time, but which player would you like to see the Nuggets use their TPE on? I will address the Larry Nance Jr. point. I do think he would be a really good fit, a really athletic, long 4 who's 6'7", plays some good defense, good athlete on the offensive end. Like, he would be a good fit in this scheme. I would like him to shoot just a little bit better, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Larry Nance is a good shout though. I haven't really thought about this question too much. I might get back to you if I think about something though, for sure. Okay. I know I definitely have a lot of foreign fans on this channel. Shout out to all of you. If I do say your name wrong, it's not on purpose, I'm sorry. But I will do my best as a man with an African middle name. Adi asked, as a Hawks fan, what are your thoughts on Trey's performance and the Hawks as a team in 2023? I will choose to ignore what happened in the playoffs this year with Trey Young. That being said, over the past 2 years, I've really grown into like a mini Trey Young fan. And I just love the way he plays. I love the way that at such a small size, he's so bold. He's so confident in the way that he plays. He throws himself into the paint with his floaters. He's the extendo ranges out to the logo. Like, he's a very exciting player. And I think with the Hawks getting DeJounte Murray and giving Trey someone who can handle the ball and someone who can create his own shot, it's going to create a lot of new dynamics for Trey Young that he might not have played in before, but I'm really excited to see. That being said, there might be a video coming out on those two, so I won't give too much information, but that is about it. Thank you for your question, of course. With Sengun going to get heavy minutes now, I wonder how he's going to perform. Hope to see Baby Jokic soon. I do agree with that. Alyssa, hello. I've seen you on several videos. What are you doing? What's up? Least favorite team in the West and the East. My least favorite team out East is probably the Wizards, which sucks because I live in the DMV areas, but I've always disliked the Wizards because they've been like this model of mediocrity and bad decision making, and it's all accumulated into a bunch of midness. That's all the Wizards are, bunch of mid. And then my least favorite team out West, is there a team I really hate out West? I feel like everyone in the West is kind of fun. I mean, except for the Lakers. That's like, but it's not because of the actual Los Angeles Lakers. It's because of the Los Angeles Lakers fan base. Shout out to McJ over in the Who Has Hoops community. I'm talking directly to you and Ray. Y'all are both my men's, but I hate you both for all the photoshops that you subject me to. Intense Unboxing asked, would you rather not extend KCP and have another NBA wing defender for $15 million per year? This is a good question, actually. So here's the thing, right? KCP is 27, 28 years old. He's 29. So if we extend him for 2 years now, 3 years, it's not like we're getting him at the tail end of his career, right? He's still got a lot to offer, obviously, with the Lakers runs that he had, with the Wizards time that he had last season. He's a very productive player, right? So it's like you would be trading off, I think, minute differences, especially in the $15 million range. Let's say Gary Harris didn't get $20 million. I think realistically around that time, he would have been a $15 million per year player. What's the biggest difference between KCP and Gary Harris, right? There's not much of a difference at that level. So I'm not really gonna say I wouldn't extend KCP. I would, but I think the players in this arena, you're kind of just picking and choosing which one you would prefer at that point because they're all so similar. Manib, shout out my boy. Day one since the very first Celtics video I put on this channel. He's been here ever since. Shout out to you. Preseason thoughts on the Celtics and what they're capable of next season. I became a closet Celtics fan during the playoffs last season. I was really impressed with when they flipped their switch. Literally, they went from mid to finals contender and finals appearance. So I've been closely keeping an eye on them since January, and I've liked what I've seen. I've liked the defensive identity that they've had. I like the fact that Ime Udoka is a one-year coach or a first-year coach coming in, getting to the finals. He knows how to talk to his players. He knows how to lead a locker room. That's really nice as well. Management is making good moves. They got Malcolm Brogdon. They got Danilo Gallinari for free, basically. They're doing a lot of good things right now that make me like them. And I'm really high on them repeating as Eastern finalists. But a lot of other teams also got better. But I think the Celtics, with the level that they were at last year, coupled with the things that they've added, and I think they'll be really good, strong teams. So shout out Manib again. And the last two, on YouTube, one of them comes from Sefi. That's my bro. Hold on. There we go. Why are you so cute? Shit, I don't know. And then the last question comes from Alex Swingle, who asked, how did you become a Nuggets fan? Also, favorite current Nuggets player? I literally remember the exact moment I became a Jokic/Nuggets fan. So it was that pass on the fast break. He had Kenneth Faried. It'll be on the screen. You know the play I'm talking about. He did like the fake wraparound look-off pass to Kenneth Faried. And it was at that moment I was like, hold the fuck up. Who is this guy? Why is he passing like this? And why do I need to watch him more? And then you get this. 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 I love the Nuggets. Even though I'm a relatively new Nuggets fan, I've immersed myself in the Nuggets culture, I feel like. And I'm really happy that I did because they're a really fun, good team with a two-time MVP. It's not much to dislike over there. Let's go over to this Instagram question from Mr. Shrug. What is your favorite team in the NBA? The Denver Nuggets. Are there any All-Stars that you think would like to team up with Nikola Jokic in Denver in the future with the intent to win a championship? Absolutely. Luka Doncic is the one that's been at the top of my mind for biased reasons because he is also my second favorite player in the league, but also because he and Jokic are really good friends. And I think their play styles would really bounce off of each other. I think the pick and rolls would be deadly. If you give them really good wing defenders and two-way play, I think that team is a championship lock because offensively, those two alone are going to anchor a top one offense in the league and possibly history. Or someone like Kevin Durant. If 2 years from now he requests another trade and you know things aren't looking up in Denver, Jokic is still there, but we just can't get over the hump, I would like to see KD play with Nikola Jokic as well. Where would Jokic and Luka rank amongst all-time dynamic duos if they were to team up right now at their current skill level? I'm giving an only biased answer. I think they would be the best duo of all time. Whether you use any of my questions or not, I still love your videos, especially on the Nuggets. Being a dedicated and loyal fan, everyone in Denver who watches appreciates your content. Keep doing what you do. Much love. Thank you very much. Much love to you, Mr. Shrug, as always. We have a couple more questions here on Twitter. We'll go to the back because I know Noxie asked me some questions. Yeah. Shout out longtime supporter, Nox. What do you predict Peyton Watson doing for the Nuggets in 2 to 3 years, saying that he will be a Denver Nugget? Purely on what you see in him. I talked about it a little bit in my Summer League video that I did about the Nuggets, but I basically said like a Jared Vanderbilt type of player, a really high motor, someone who's going to give you the extra effort, someone who is going to, I think, develop into a really switchable wing defender, someone who has already shown that he can put the ball on the floor a little bit more than Jared Vanderbilt, so he's going to be taking a little bit of the offensive game from Jaden McDaniels, and he's going to be taking a lot of the defensive game from Jared Vanderbilt as well, with a little bit more perimeter defensive focus. So I like where he's going to be. I hope that he develops in these next 2 to 3 years, like you're saying, or like you're asking. But also, why do you think the Nuggets selected DeAndre Jordan instead of Gorgie Jang? We're not going to get into that, my brother. I'm so sorry. I don't even want to talk about DeAndre Jordan until the season starts. Zany, my boy. What's up? Do you watch any football/soccer? And if so, what team do you support? I watch zero soccer. I don't support any team. And then the last question, we're going to round it out with my baby boy, TP. At this point in the season, what is your standings/playoff predictions for the upcoming season? There will be a video about this coming out really soon, so I'm not going to give too much detail, but thank you, Tommy, for supplying the idea for content and for being yourself, because I love you as a person and as a friend. I will give you my top 2 seeds for each conference. Oh my God. I will give you my top 2 seeds for each conference, though. So for the West, I have the Los Angeles Clippers, because I keep not learning my lesson and keep putting faith in them as a unit. And then I have the Denver Nuggets at number 2. And then out East, I have probably the Celtics and the Bucks, because I think those two are still the strongest teams out West. I think the Sixers are probably going to be fighting a lot for that second spot, because they did make some really valuable upgrades with PJ Tucker and DeAnthony Melton. Ultimately, I think it'll be between Celtics, Bucks, Sixers again at the top of the Eastern Conference. So, yeah, that is about it for this Q&A. I want to thank everyone so much for asking questions. I really had a lot of fun watching these as they were coming in, and just in gearing up my answers for some of these. So thank you very much. Next video is going to be a Dallas Mavericks video, as well as a Boston Celtics video in a little bit as well. So there's a lot of content lined up right now. We're going to be doing collabs. We're going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff. So just make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn on post notifications. I'm going to see y'all later, man. Peace out. Ain't she pretty? Look at this setup now. It's such a nice tower, because it's like, oh, it's not compact, but we got the RGBs in there too. That's my my hard drive. Yeah, man, we're looking good. I love the way this looks, man. I love the interior. I love it so much, man. Look at all that. That's pretty.